Welcome back to Obscurathon 3. I am DigitalDuck and I'm going to be running Road to Guangdong. I don't have much to talk about during the run, so we're just going to start as quickly as possible. Let's get starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Road to Guangdong. The basic story behind this is... That was odd. Sandy, the character we play as here, has just lost her parents, but as a result has just inherited the family restaurant. We've also inherited the family car, which is very old, and I can't use the cursor. It's very old and needs to be constantly looked after. Now normally what we would have to do is drive from place to place very slowly to make sure the car does not overheat and does not run out of fuel or cause too much wear on the parts and all of that good stuff. You have to drive very, very slowly and very, very carefully. But instead what we do is, as soon as we get in the car, we say we've broken down, we call the tow truck to take us to our next destination. Now during the tutorial this is free, and therefore it's obviously faster. So we get a nice chat with the mechanic. We learn a bit more about the restaurant. Sandy's not a fan of getting the restaurant just from her parents dying. Skip through all this dialogue. And so she comes up with the idea of hosting the Spring Festival because she's missed the last few due to being at university. So as a result we have to go all across China. We have to find all of the different family members, invite them to our special dinner. Very simple premise, but we've broken down again, so we're going to call for another tow truck. This may or may not become a pattern. Replace the fan belt, replace the wheel, and fix the engine. That's all the repairs. Okay, and that's the tutorial done. So from this point on, every time we say we've broken down and call for help, it will cost us 75 money. There's no currency unit on the money, it's just money. So first of all we're going to go to Dongguan. So I'm going to turn the engine on and I'm going to turn the headlights on, we'll need those later. And I'm going to drive straight into this garage. Because, you know, you never know when you need a garage. Now, in our tutorial, we got lots of spare parts. We're going to sell all of them. We also got some spare petrol and oil, and we're going to sell all of that as well. No, I don't want anything more. And we're going to leave. And now we've got our driving to do. So, as I mentioned before, we're supposed to drive at about 40 miles per hour. Keep the car nice and steady, nice and slow, and have a 3-hour long road trip. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to hold down the accelerator. We're going to go 80 miles per hour. We're going to swerve into this scrap pile. And I'm going to steal everything from it. And we're going to get back in the car. And of course, heavy wear on the car, oil temperature burning up, which is not good for the long-term life of the car. But, you know, the estimate's 45 minutes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not exactly going to have much long-term. We're going to go to this scrap pile, we're going to steal everything, and then we're going to say, oh no, we've broken down, please tow us to the next petrol station. I do not want to leave the garage. I want to talk to the mechanic. Yeah, I'm going to need a slight top up on my oil and petrol, and all of these parts I found in the scrapyard. I'm going to sell them to you. There we go. And suddenly, I've just made a whole bunch of money. So now I can afford to be towed again. Now, normally, if you break down that garage will be the one to help you. This game's a little bit different. If I break down right here, oh no, I've broken down. You actually get towed to the next garage. And that's so, no, not petrol. I don't need petrol, I need parts. Just sell everything. Thank you. And leave. And look at that, we're already at our destination. This was supposed to take about half an hour to get here. Unfortunately, we do have to drive to the house. We can't get breakdown recovery truck to take us all the way there. So we park and we arrive for Suk, who lives with Mama and Dongguan. Mama is Sunny's grandmother. So he's received a letter and it's in English. So you can't read it. We read it, and we discover that actually he's adopted, and it's from his biological parents. But he doesn't know he's adopted. So we have to try and sort this problem. We're going to tell him the truth. Meet his girlfriend. No, outside please. And we're going to say he's still family, even if he's not biological family. And we're going to invite him to our big dinner. And there he is, he's coming. 1 down, 9 to go. So this is the 100% category. There isn't an any percent category because the any percent category would basically be how quickly can you lose. But for 100% we do have to get every single family member coming to our dinner. So we're going to head off to the next one. I'm going to immediately break down. Or say we've broken down. Just going to immediately leave again. Again, you may notice a pattern. This isn't the way the game is supposed to be played. But I think that makes it a much better run. So, again, driving 85 miles per hour, which I'm pretty sure is over the speed limit. Actually, it's probably kilometers per hour, isn't it? It's China. Steal everything we can from the scrap pile. Get back, go to the next scrap pile. And this is how we fund our very expensive taxi service. Scrap pile. Oh, there's quite a lot in there. Let's put the oil filters back. Let's take that engine. That one and that engine. Okay. And so we've broken down again. So I'm just trying to keep the most expensive things because we want to sell them. Obviously, the more expensive they are, the more money you get for them. No, I do not want to leave. I want to talk to the mechanic. Let's get a fill up on oil and petrol. Get some parts. All of them. And we've broken down again. So yeah, again, this is not the way this is supposed to go. We just happen to be able to make a lot more money from the scrap piles than we spend getting towed. Sell all of that stuff. Leave again. And we're already at our second destination. Again, unfortunately, they won't tow us directly to the front door. Which is a shame. We do have to do this little bit of driving here. Oh, I almost took that corner too fast. We're fine. And we start the big sister mission. So we're going to see Loi Loi, who is Sunny's cousin. And we're going to help her prepare a chicken meal. The problem is that Loi Loi has a favourite chicken. And that chicken is the one that's been selected to be cooked. So we're going to have to solve that problem. Be helpful. So we're going to head to the kitchen. Here's the recipe. If we need any help, ask Loi Loi. She's going to show us where the chickens are. She doesn't want the chicken. So we're going to talk to her parents to see if we can use a different chicken. Unfortunately, her father doesn't seem to be interested. Where's the farm? There we go. Let's ask his mother. Her mother doesn't seem to be that interested either. So we're going to go visit the chickens because they'll know what to do. We're going to hide the chicken in the cupboard and choose a different chicken. And then we're going to get a detailed explanation of how to kill a chicken, how to pluck it, and so on. Let's cook. Because we're going to skip the cutscene, we're going to actually burn everything. Just set fire to the kitchen, it's fine. Cooking any percent. And then we have to confess it's not the same chicken, but we did try to tell the parents, and they were both busy. And because we handled that well, I'm going to ask them, and they're going to come. Right, next up, dog sitting. So of course, first thing we're going to do is we're going to break down, go to the garage. We still have a whole lot of parts we're holding on to, so we can sell those. Some of those are actually quite valuable. How much money do we have? We have 833 money. That is enough for 11 toes. You know what, let's risk it. Let's risk it. Let's just get towed the entire rest of the way. We're not gonna ask for any more of anything. We're not even gonna raid a scrapyard. We're just gonna take the world's most expensive taxi service. Oh no, I broke down again. So again, I would like to stress this is not the way the game is supposed to be played. But you know, speedrunning kind of forces us to do this. This is basically this game's equivalent of fast travel. Except it's supposed to be far too expensive to reliably do it like this. There are quite a lot of things I like about this game. So the roads are actually procedurally generated for the most part. Obviously there are certain things that aren't. The art style is really nice. The music is nice and relaxing for a nice relaxing drive if you're playing the game properly. And there's a few secrets in the game which are quite funny. But for the most part, it's not the most exciting game. And it's much more exciting if you play it like this. Okay, we've made it to our destination. Here we go. We've got so much driving to do. No, never mind, we're here. Dog sitting. So, Suksai and his wife, they want to go on a date, but they don't have anyone to look after the dog, so we're going to look after the dog while we're there. I'm going the wrong way. And we're also going to ask if we're going to adopt the dog. Because they don't want the dog anymore. As much as they like the dog, they're just too busy to look after him. So, we're going to look after him instead. But first we have to convince our grandma. Oh, that's the wrong option. Let's, here we go. We got to do this. This is time lost, but I got to do it. Got to play with the dog. Okay. We're going to go get some food for Grandma to try and help her convince us to let us keep the dog. We'll talk to Hawker too as well, just to... Living room. So, we've brought us some food. And she says that we can keep the dog if we get the recipe for the noodles we just got her. So we're going to bring our dog to the food stalls. The guy we bought noodles from is not happy because the dog stole some food from him. And the second one is very happy that we brought the dog because he doesn't like the first one. So we're going to bring some dessert. Oh, did that twice. We're going to let the dog stay so we can talk back to the first one. First hawker. We're going to ask for the recipe. And basically those two are in a big argument because Hawker 2 thinks Hawker 1 stole money from Hawker 2. But Hawker 2 says the money is... Hawker 1 says Hawker 2 has just lost the money. And... oh, he has just lost it. But Hawker 1 is still hiding something. So you have to talk to Hawker 1, find out what's happening. And it turns out he won it gambling. And he told him he'd stop gambling. Because he had a gambling problem. They make up. We get the recipe. That's the wrong one. Want Hawker one. We tell them to come to our restaurant at some time. Free advertising for the business. Convince her grandmother to let us keep the dog. And now we have the dog. And we also get frozen chicken. So, fun fact about the frozen chicken: if we do this mission before we do the what's the other mission? The Loi Loi one. We can actually use the frozen chicken instead of getting another chicken from the coop. The game actually offers that as an option, which is quite interesting. I think that's the only time something like that happens. I could be wrong. So yeah, we're just going to get towed to our next destination. You can do the levels in any order. This is the second fastest order. You might ask why I'm not doing the fastest. It's simply because this one is a little bit safer. Doing it the other way, some of the actual dialogue-y bits, you can fail them. And this way, this one just gets them out of the way at the start. So, just in case I'm stupid and I can't menu properly, it means I don't lose too much time on a marathon. Yeah, Loi Loi in particular can go very wrong very easily. The one I just did with the dog actually has the possibility to soft lock, but you can just exit out of the game and reload it, and that will fix the soft lock. So that's not a major problem. Okay, so we've arrived at our next destination. This one is called Hard Work. So this is a martial arts school. But the master of the martial arts school is kind of not doing too well. The students are not listening to him. Things are falling apart here. So we're going to have a chat with the students and try and find out why. And we're saying that Young here, who is the best, basically, should act as a leader instead. Having talked to everyone, we're going to go back. That is a steaming cup of tea in his hand. I know it doesn't look like it. But we're going to have a chat about the students. We're going to find out that he thinks Young is ready to lead. So we're going to talk to Young. We're going to tell him that. And then we're going to talk to the other students. We're going to convince them that that's the best case as well. Going to use their own personal preferences to help. They're going to skip this this Tai Chi training session. I don't want to watch a full minute of Tai Chi Chuan. Not the speedrun. So we're going to go back and try and convince... Oh, that was the wrong option, that's fine. We're going to try and convince him to let Young be the leader. Let them have a quick discussion about it. We're going to say the balance between discipline and creativity is best. And the old man is going to adopt the young boy as his own son. So not only do we get him, but also his son is now attending. So we get a bonus member of our Spring Festival dinner. Right, all that's left to do now is the associates. I almost forgot to continue that. Stay hydrated. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this, because it's I know it's very different. Are we there yet? We are. Okay, our final bit of driving. Get ready to pull out the fanfares. After this, we have to do absolutely no more driving whatsoever. So, final corner. Let's see if I can get around it, because it is actually quite a difficult one. Oh, round the corner, round the corner. There we go. And that's all the driving done. We did so much driving today. So, we're meeting her associate, Graham Wong, who she says is an old friend and refuses to elaborate further. And this is Graham Wong. We're going to talk to him. He seems to be very mysterious as well. Oh, I did not want to do that. That one. And we're going to find out that actually he's been going out with her for 3 years. We're gonna try and convince him that, you know, it's all fine. We're just gonna mash through all the dialogue, make sure he's calm. Go to the restaurant. Go talk with Grandma. She finally confesses. We head to the main room, reception apartment, talk to Graham, take Graham down. They're going to have a nice chat, and he is going to propose to her. They're going to get married. All's well and good. And we're going to have the recipe for the food that he's made. And he's now attending the meal as well. Now we still have one more mission, but I promised there wouldn't be any more driving. So it's actually going to be exactly the same place we already are. It's not even going to take us into the car to get there. We just immediately enter the mission, which is great. So her mother's come here to give her blessing to the wedding. Going to be some talk about the restaurant. We're not really interested about that. So she wants to cook a meal as a surprise. So we're gonna help by putting it in the oven first. Let's go and do that now. That's the wrong way. Let's try going the right way. Into the kitchen. Put the duck in the oven. Check the duck. Duck's not cooked yet. And oh no, they're home early. What are we gonna do? Well, we're just going to tell them. It's confit de malade. De cunard, I guess. Unlikely to be mallard. And then Grace herself cooks everything. Doesn't really matter because as long as everyone has a meal, everyone's happy. They all need double happiness. She's sending the reunion meal. Visit complete. This may actually PB. Depending on the loading times, this may PB. So time ends when we see you next year. See you all next year. 39:44. And that's the run. So that is actually a PB. Because I got lucky with the engine scrap. We got some good high value items there, so that's everything. We ready to quit back to the main menu. Let's see if we can get some good dialogue. Don't care about Graham. No, don't give it that. Come on, give me some good dialogue. It's only a game. There we go. That's the one. That's the one I like to end on. It's only a game. We can try again. Yeah. So thanks for watching Road to Guangdong. I will be back on Obscurathon tomorrow, doing some Spectrum speedruns. So look forward to those. In the meantime, stick around. There's plenty more at Obscurathon. Follow me on twitch.tv/DigitalDuck. All the good stuff. Thank you. And enjoy Ark Rise Fantasia next, I think. Bye-bye.